Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Well, good morning, Melbourne. Have we got some good news for you?
Yes.
We're feeling prawny.
Oh, yes. We're doing prawns today.
Yes, one of the great things that we've ever brought to you, Melbourne, is coming back in our final weeks on air. It's when we play the song, I'm prawny, 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 prawny.
Prawny, prawny.
And if you sing it along with us, you get fresh cooked prawns.
You do. But do we have to have a competition? Normally we race. We unpeel a prawn each.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that today.
No, I think we are. Jackie's giving us some thumbs up.
We are.
We're unpeeling prawns. I'm going to knock you over today, Kristen.
No, there's no one finer at peeling prawns than Swanee.
Do you take the shit line out of the prawn?
I do it all.
And language, please, Jonathan. Oh,
The shit line.
oh. Hey, look inside your soul today and ask yourself, are you...
Yes.
You know, you might be in your car thinking,
So prawny.
when are we doing this? The prawn business.
Before 7.
What?
Yes, within the hour, we're going to be really getting our prawny on.
Also, if you want to go to Gumbaya World for free, there's 2 new roller coasters coming, by the way.
Yes.
In the next 15 minutes. Adam Liaw. Oh, my God. What a beautiful man.
Beautiful man with beautiful food.
Tickets to our big goodbye show, which is going to be on Monday. Tom Mitchell's in for you footy fans. And a throwback that you're going to enjoy.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
It's time to stop putting off your trips and start celebrating summer with an amazing getaway.
Whatif.com has all kinds of accommodation options all around Oz.
Check them out on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Red at first sight.
I'm excited.
Welcome, Jack.
Yo, okay. This article, I've decided this morning will go to you, Swanee. This
Yes.
is where I trawl the internet and ridiculous websites to find ridiculous news stories.
I love it, and I've never seen this before, and I need to weave it into something.
Yeah,
A
well-
radio break.
Straight into it.
Texas woman sets fire to boyfriend's home in a jealous rage.
Cop
First
that.
of all, I just want to draw your attention to the mugshot of a very sheepish looking woman.
She looks like a child.
If it had a caption, it would say, "Oops,
Yeah.
I lost control. I lost control of my mind." A Texas woman allegedly set her boyfriend's family home, important detail, on fire and FaceTimed him to show off the blaze after assuming he was cheating on her. Only assuming.
I was gonna say, because it would be odd if she lit up her own place.
Yes,
So it's obviously not her place. The boyfriend lives with the family.
he does. Correct.
She doesn't live there.
Senator Marie Soto, 23, is accused of breaking into the San Antonio house before 2 a.m. in the morning to seek revenge on her boyfriend. Soto had FaceTimed her boyfriend when another woman answered his phone. That woman later turned out to be a relative of the boyfriend,
Jeez.
but poor old Senator thought
Didn't
he's putting it in
Eyes
someone
crossed.
else.
Senator.
Senator, in a rage, Soto allegedly set fire to a couch in the living room.
How'd she do it? She go
Quickly,
home out in the back shed, the tools.
good question. I don't know. The jealous woman then FaceTimed her boyfriend to show a chair up in flames. She said, "I hope your stuff is going to be okay." She didn't mean that.
Couple of footy trophies.
She didn't mean that. She also allegedly texted her boyfriend, "I hope your house is okay," before driving off. The car was filled with several items Soto had taken out of the home before setting it on fire. So that's good. She was like, "I'm going to set this house ablaze."
Yeah.
Fingers crossed it burns to the ground. But I'm going to take some stuff out of there. I wonder what she took out.
Probably PlayStation.
Yeah, I was going to say his Furby.
Oh, yeah.
Just the important stuff.
She knew where his cash was hidden.
Yeah, maybe she took that.
Top drawer.
The blaze caused over $50,000 in damage.
Really?
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, this is Senator watching it burn, just having a dart.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you cheat, boy.
She was arrested Monday and charged with this offence, burglary habitation.
So,
Dunno, and arson. Her bond is set at $165,000. So I hope it was worth it.
she doesn't. That mugshot doesn't look like she's got 165.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't.
Thank you, Jackie.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
So we had hard rubbish early in the week. It's exciting, isn't it, hard rubbish?
So exciting.
Yes.
It's exciting for the person putting it out, and it's also very exciting for passers-by.
Yes, absolutely. He's done the cars turn up.
Yes.
They just come from nowhere.
My daughter loves hard rubbish.
Yes.
She's like, often she'll say on a weekend, what area is doing hard rubbish? I feel like a little shop.
I love that.
It's like there's some meat scraps.
Yeah.
And the rats just come from everywhere.
Correct.
The hard rubbish, it was important. There's a lot riding on this hard rubbish because you only get 2 in our council. You only get 2 a year. And my wife, who I love, failed to notify me of the last one when we had it booked in.
Failed
To notify me, and so we missed it. So obviously the hard rubbish boys come past. There's nothing on the lawn. They're going, wouldn't they love that? They turn up and they know
Yes.
someone's forgotten.
It's
Beautiful.
like found time.
Found time. Let's go.
So I imagine that would be
Let's go and
a
have
terrible
gasper.
job just picking up other people's rubbish.
It's hard work. A lot of heavy
the
stuff there.
worst.
Anyway, it came. It came Tuesday morning, taken away. However, there's a couple of things left on the nature strip. There's an old basketball ring, like one of those stand-up things with the water weight on the
Oh,
bottom.
yeah. Yep.
So that was deemed as too long.
Okay. Fair.
So fair enough.
Yeah.
I should have cut it up with the angle grinder. I was thinking, should have cut it in half. I doubted it though, but I thought someone might want that and someone might pick it up. Anyway, Swanee, that got left on the nature strip.
Oddly, not the first time John's heard the words, that's too long. Come on!
It happens all the time. I get sick of it, to be honest.
I
Anyway,
know.
and the other one...
Particularly when you're telling it to yourself.
That's too long,
That's
Jonathan.
too long.
Into the mirror.
Come on, Summer
Oh,
John.
no, John, that's too long.
That's too
Calm
long.
down. I'm getting-
Sorry.
The other one was a gas bottle, a helium gas bottle for the kids' balloons when they have birthday parties or, all that sort of stuff they do.
Why have you got that? That's an odd thing to have. Normally you just get that from a shop.
Well,
You just get the
I
balloon.
think you bought it from Kmart. There's those little helium balloon sets.
Yeah.
And obviously it runs out after a birthday party or a couple of birthday parties. And anyway, so that was on and so they're not going to take that at gas
No.
bottles.
Fair enough.
So there was a couple of items left. I didn't get around to cleaning up the nature strip. So last night, I get woken by my wife,
Who I love.
To be clear.
To be clear,
To be very
yeah,
clear.
she whacks
For
me.
avoidance of doubt.
For avoidance of doubt, she whacks me and goes, "There's someone out the front," and I'm incoherent at this stage.
Yeah, what
I'm
time
on-
was this? I've got
This
to
was like about 11:30.
boom.
So that's first phase where I've just fallen into that deep sleep.
Yes.
So I'm disorientated, going, "What the hell's going on?" There's these couple of drunks walking up the road carrying a couch. And then so they're yahooing and drunk and she's whacking me, going, "Do something about it." I'm going, "What the hell do you want me to do about it?
What can you do?
What can I do about it?" So she keeps whacking me. These drunks getting louder and louder. So then they set the couch down on my nature strip.
Love that.
Where the hard rubbish was, because they've obviously seen the basketball ring.
How
they've seen the
very
gas
dare
bottle.
they?
Thinking, "Oh, bugger it, this is, we've carried this far enough. We're just going to leave it here because there's hard rubbish to go." So I'm
What are you
thinking,
going to do? You don't get another hard rubbish collection for another year.
Don't get another hard rubbish collection for a year. So these pricks have left the couch on the nature strip and just walked off into the distance.
Are you going to put it into your pool house, get it reupholstered?
Might have to get it reupholstered. And anyway, so
Actually, this could be good because next time you have a fight with your wife, who you love, you can sleep on that couch.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Welcome to the studio, Brodie Pummeroy.
Hello, my
Welcome,
friends.
Brodie.
Now, he's the referee. Swan and JB are going to have a prawn peeling contest, and either Liz or Danny are going to win a whole bunch of prawns. You excited, Liz?
I'm feeling prawny. I'm ready.
tonight.
Who else have we got? Danny. Danny from Wallen.
Yeah.
Brownie's playing for you. You feeling prawny?
I'm feeling prawny.
Great, mate. All right, Brodie, what are the rules?
Both of you have 5 prawns on your plate.
Yes.
The aim is to deshell those prawns, and
Yes.
the first person to do so, removing the poop chute, which is absolutely vital,
Yes.
and to put the completed prawn in the final bowl, wins.
No head, no tails, no legs, and no poop chute.
Yes.
Okay.
righto.
Ready?
Go.
Okay.
Oh, jeez, I lost that one.
God, the concentration on these
Hoop
two.
shoot out. Is 5 too many?
No,
or
it's
one's
not.
done?
That's the rules. It looks like they're both doing long division.
I know, it's very
Yes, good stuff.
tricky.
Good stuff.
How many are you up to, Brownie?
Good stuff. I'm on my last one.
You're not on your last one. You're lying now.
Come on, John.
Hello, Sun Gun.
Come
It's
on,
slippery.
Swan.
Oh my God, I can't even get purchase on it.
I love the prawns.
Shit.
What I do is I like to peel and then I go back to the shit line.
Don't keep saying that, John.
How'd
I'm
she
on my
go?
last one.
Oh.
Shit, hang on.
Bros, are you calling it?
No, it's not done. He's not done.
He's the judge,
He
not
hasn't
you,
done
sister.
The poo lines. I'm done.
Oh, of course he's done.
Ah,
I'm out. I've done 5. Do you want to inspect them? You can see here, no head, no legs, no poo line.
Yep.
I'm showing you all of them. I'll happily eat all these with a lovely sauce made with
Right on.
Worcestershire, lemon, mayo, and tomato ketchup.
Brownie's just absolutely attacked his. Look at them.
Yeah, they're...
Mutilated them.
looks like a couple of old opponents.
A diabolical segment that's won you a bunch of prawns, Liz.
Yes, Liz!
You
yes.
legend. Woohoo.
Take
Thank
them up
you.
to-
That's fantastic.
Take them up to Oliver's Hill in Frankston there and chow down on them, you fancy
I will.
bitch.
And Danny, despite feeling prawny, you've won nothing apart from 6 bottles of Zonzo Estate
Oh,
wine.
I think we should give him some prawns too.
Fine.
We'll give him some prawns too. We're going to give you prawns anyway, Danny.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Hey, it really pays off to feel prawny.
It does. On this occasion.
Tropic Show. Australia's most Aussie tiger prawns, and now in season. We did it.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Well, good morning to you, Melbourne. Sam Pang in attendance.
Good morning, Christine.
How are you?
Dino, John Brown. Whoa, that's here we go. What?
This comes in hotter than you.
Well,
Look at
that's
you.
right. Why are you rugged up? You've come in hot and it's going to be a warm day today.
Why have I rugged up? I'll tell you why I'm rugged up. Actually, because I just got a bit of an Just paint the picture, Christine.
Standing opposite me is a man of indeterminate age.
Well, I look this. I'll be looking this age till I'm about 80, and then it's going to be a real steep decline, right?
Yes, absolutely. But
Well-
you are wearing a limited edition Childish Deano t-shirt.
Look at it, Dino. What else?
With our boy on the front.
Yeah, your boy, beautiful boy.
Look at that round little bastard.
It's good merch.
Good. Looks good.
If you want to purchase your own Childish Deano t-shirt, it'll have to be at the Corner Hotel at our final OB. You can buy it there.
Is that the only place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is exclusive, Dino.
All the proceeds go to me.
Ever since I saw that, ever since I saw your wonderful little series at Childish Dino, if you want to go and watch all 6, you can binge watch it in this modern
yeah.
day, mate. I've thought it's built for merch. Like the Childish Dino's like a beautiful little face, and you just put it on a t-shirt, and I'll wear it.
And that's exactly what you've done.
You look good in it, brother.
I think
your
Andy
kid running
Kay's
across that,
responsible.
I think your kid running across that highway, Swanee, you're about to get hit by 15 trucks.
Yeah.
That'd be a good little diagram as well.
Wouldn't it?
A little
You
photo.
can't just-
Wouldn't it?
You can't just storyboard the whole thing and put it on t-shirts. John, you got to. Anyway, there it is.
Thank you. 7 years of radio together, and we're doing cheat sheets right that reflect every year.
Yes.
So today, at the end of the show, we're going all the way back to 2016 to hear the hijinks we got up to. And let me tell you, there's horseplay.
I have no memory of anything that happened in 2016.
I've got some reflections coming up, actually.
Is that right?
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
As the end approaches, it is time for reflection. And, I think, what is it? Cheat sheets start at the end of the year? At the
Retrospective.
There you go. But I was just thinking about...
Cheat sheet starts at the end of this show.
Yeah.
And
Today.
it's the 2016 year.
There you go. So, but there's some things that I've learned over the journey. One is that Dean Thomas and Jack Charles were very prolific on Facebook back in the day before we met them, Christine.
Were they?
Oh, yeah. Don't you remember this Facebook update that I was alerted to from Jack? I don't know the date, but it just says, all I need is the strobe lights and I'm dancing all night long. That was a Facebook
funny.
update from Jack before we met each other.
Isn't it? It is a unique cringe.
Oh, man.
a Facebook update.
But that's all Jackie needed. He just needed
That's what
the
he needed
strobe
back
lights.
then. Imagine what he needs now, though, is, if he updated Facebook, if he was on it now, it'd be like, all I need is, I don't know.
Media wall.
Yeah,
Valium.
media wall, free dinners, and drink cards. That's all I need now, and I'm dancing all night long. Dean Thomas, by the way, you were on Facebook, and I've got an actual date for you. June the 3rd, 2009, can't use the buttons properly at work. So
Are you joking?
No. June 3, 2009, and of course, if you've updated your Facebook status now, it would say exactly the same thing. So well done. Swanee can't use the buttons properly at work in 2009. That's what this beautiful boy did. Astonishing. Speaking of Deano,
Master of the craft.
a master.
Master.
One thing that makes me smile all the time is there was a memory of Bendigo Bank used to be a sponsor of this show.
That's right.
Before a brutal falling out. No, just came to the end of a relationship. And but do you remember that there would be live reads with Deano would talk into Bendigo Bank and what the great stuff they're doing? Do you remember what song that would be playing?
That's
Do you
right.
remember Soul Glow would be?
So bad.
He would do a straight read for Bendigo Bank, but this song would play in the background because there was one time he did it and he accidentally let that go, and then it became part of the thing. Became part of our zeitgeist, John.
Right?
Oh, I forgot about that.
I know.
It stayed as a regular
forgot.
live read song.
Mate, whenever
Backing
you
song. They loved it.
Now, whenever I hear that song, I think, of course, of Coming to America, the seminal movie, the Eddie Murphy seminal movie, and also Bendigo Bank. We'd all forgotten that, hadn't we?
Yeah, man.
Isn't that amazing?
And
100%.
good, lovely good morning to Ash too.
big Ash.
Yes.
Swanee's favourite.
Yeah,
Assuming-
my favourite. I
assuming
love a
he's-
bit of Ash.
Assuming he's still there. What else did we learn? Oh, what else? You remember my parents' wedding song?
Yes, I do.
Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. Rack
Not a dry eye in the house.
It's unbelievable.
Rack City.
Song's been around for a long time.
10, 20s and the 50s.
Yeah, but they were the ones who brought it to the... They were the ones that really made it their own, Brownie, I would have thought.
I would give anything for them to actually have a choreographed dance.
They came together, looked
Those
each other
two-
lovely in the eyes, and
Rack City, bitch.
Two
Rack
lovely,
City, bitch.
mild-mannered
Rack City,
people
bitch. Rack
grinding
City.
to
Barry,
this.
do you take a Robin?
What about this? Remember, a lot of people have, of course, have moved on during our times. Many people have died, and we've given them we've paid them proper respect.
Including some of our listeners.
Yeah, that's some of our segments, lead themselves to that. But there was the day that, or the sad news that the inventor of the drum machine passed away.
Yeah,
And remember when we crossed to the funeral? Remember that? Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Actually, I think it wasn't a drum machine. It was an actual drummer. It was this famous drummer. And
the access we got to this
as
funeral.
a tribute, they went bananas. It's ridiculous. Also, the other funeral we covered in depth was the passing of the actor who played, who was in the suit in the Star Wars movies for the character of Chewbacca.
Yes.
And we crossed to that funeral as well.
We got access to that
We
funeral.
got access to that one. You remember that?
So stupid.
Because the funeral was attended by a lot of other fellow Wookiees.
Yeah.
And the choir...
His cousin, the Wookiee, has got quite a nice singing voice.
Yeah.
Just
And that's
shout
what we
out
heard.
to
The
Mount.
grief in that song.
funny.
It's palpable.
Shout out to who, John?
Shout out to Mount.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a
well,
masterful
Tim
performance
Mount
to
is
put that
Tim
together.
Mount. It's one of-
A Chewbacca, amazing grace.
We're
rendition.
surrounded by masters. There's a master of the buttons over there.
Correct.
There's a master producer in there who all he needs is the strobe lights and he's dancing all night long.
And the media
And then there's
board.
Mount. Hey, the last thing I met, but Flossie Dickey was a favourite of ours. She was an elderly lass living in a nursing home, celebrating a milestone that was well above the hundreds. And the American reporter was sent down there and she covered it, and I think she was talking to Flossie Dicky, and she led with the obvious question.
You say you're a little tired this morning, is that right?
I am tired.
Jesus.
Can I tell you, I've never related more to Flossie Dicky.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, sleep-ins are coming,
I am
Christine.
Flossie Dicky.
So she's tired. Flossie Dicky's tired. Is she excited? Let's find out.
Later today, Flossie's family is going to be coming out here to throw you a big birthday party. Are you excited for your party?
Not one bit.
Not a bit. There's nothing in that woman's body.
Are you excited for your party?
Not one bit.
And of course, we all want to live forever. So I suppose Flossie's wise counsel.
She's still going, Flossie?
That's a good question. I mean, if she was still going, it would be because of this little secret that she gave away.
Flossie, the people on TV want to know what the secret is to being able to live so long.
I don't know. I don't fight it. I live it.
I live it, girl. I live it. We're just getting an update
She
from Jack.
passed away.
Oh, yeah, she's dead.
She
She's
passed
dead.
away on this day.
What?
2016.
Yeah, she was listening to Ask Brownie.
So that
That's beautiful.
yeah.
This
So
really?
yes, it's the anniversary of her death. Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
To Flossie, who in many ways welcomed you.
Yes.
Finally got it.
She got what she wanted.
She loved
Star Wars.
Loves Star Wars?
She was 110, nearly 111.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Very exciting day
You're the best.
early in the week when Deano and myself and a couple others, we went out to visit Brian Taylor.
Bristle.
BT.
Yes.
BT.
Hey, Jackie, real quick, we're going to need the BT audio on Wednesday's wall. Over.
Okay, we're on it. Over.
Yes.
I knew it wasn't there.
This is
So-
magnificent, isn't it? This is magnificent. Hey, can I just say,
I'm not copying the blame for this.
Don't worry, John.
Take us behind the scenes, Sam.
I'll tell you what. Take it by the sentence. We're in a song. Deano leaves the studio. The wonderful Aaron Rich, who's up there in Sydney, actually kind of in charge of the technological side of things at the moment because who knows? Who knows?
story,
They're bloody.
yeah,
we're
yeah.
moving buildings, and this joint is getting stripped for parts. You know, like the car is just on the side of the road, and during the with about 10 seconds to go, Aaron just said, "Is Deano around?" and then you just wander on in, strolling on in, and then just before the mics go on, you go, "That's how you do it, Rich."
You get a front seat to greatness, Rich.
The problem with that is,
Did you notice that not one of us here was panicking?
no, mate, that's
We
how he
know he's
rolls.
got it.
The problem is though,
Copy
Brownie,
that, big
is,
nuts.
as you pointed out, you need Deano, you need some audio for this segment, so you two need to really be in sync, and
That's
it needs
right.
to be there. Of which you said, I don't think it's there, and I said, well, we'll find out. When we,
And it's not there, but now it is, I think.
Hence
Because
why
you
we've-
asked for it.
Hence why we've talked shit for the last 2 minutes.
oh well, come on, mate.
Hey, fantastic anecdote, Sam. Don't worry about it. It's
I'm
okay.
painting the picture.
I think it's good.
It's good. It's good.
So
Lifting the
Movember's on.
curtain.
Movember's on.
Yeah.
And Deano, as part of Brownie's podcast, which Dino's the star of, amongst other things, Deano had this fabulous idea that, we could have got it in the standard path. Movember asked us to raise awareness for, obviously, the cause. And we could do the standard thing, let's grow a moustache.
Snore.
Snore. That's been done. Everyone's done that. Deano came up with the ingenious idea. He said, I want to go and visit Brian Taylor and I want to comb his moustache.
Now, not many people in the world would ever have had that thought, I would have thought.
No. And then he took it to another level. He said, I want to comb his moustache in the back of a stretched limousine.
Yes.
For charity.
For charity.
But there was another layer.
There was another layer.
What's the other one?
He said, I want to play him a song. Now, so you can just imagine. So BT said, I'll ring BT. And I said, mate, Dino's got this request. He goes, oh, that's a little bit unique. And I said...
Side of the mouth. The bookie was here, was he?
The bookie was here.
Yeah.
So he said, right, I'll be in town on Friday. Meet me out the front of a cafe in Fitzroy. So this stretch Hummer from Unique Limousines, thanks for donating your time towards the cause. This 20-metre stretch Hummer turns up So we get in the back of it, trying to negotiate your way through the streets of Fitzroy in a 20-metre stretch Hummer.
But also,
is a little bit more challenging than you think.
For no reason, it had a strong Batman aesthetic.
We get into the back of the Hummer, and there's Batman sitting in the back seat with us. So we drive all the way through.
What, really?
But plastic Batman.
Plastic Batman.
Yeah.
We drive through the streets of Fitzroy.
This is
We
getting
pull up
wild-
out the
getting
front
wild,
of
this.
where BT's, and then we coax him out into the back of the stretch Hummer. He was obviously thinking, what's going on? Is this some sort of setup? We get the BT into the back of the stretch Hummer, and it begins. Deano with the plastic comb. November, it's big. And to celebrate, we're going to comb Australia's greatest moustache.
All good, Brian? What are you going to do? Comb that big, beautiful thing. You can get through it? Yeah, I think so. Cool. Dog music. All good, Brian? So far, you haven't got a knot yet. How are the kids? Strange thing to be doing. Why are you doing this? I don't know, man.
Strange thing to be doing is a wonderful observation from Brian.
There is
I'm going to comb that big, beautiful thing.
There is no ecstasy like brushing a plastic comb through Brian Taylor's
I've seen the footage. It is amazing. It is amazing. I can't believe you can't believe what you're seeing.
You can't believe it. You can't believe the expression on Dino's face either. It's it's a bit seductive and awestruck. I've got to ask, with those combs, they're like the $3 combs. They've got two widths, the fine one and the thicker one. Which one did you use on BT's moustache?
Great question. The smaller tooth, so I could feel that.
You could feel every strand.
How did it feel?
There is no ecstasy like running a comb through Brian Taylor's moustache slowly.
Mate, he could charge. Sounds like he could charge tickets, Brian.
Right, I couldn't believe what I was watching.
And what did he think of
I had front row seats for it.
It would have been surreal for you, wouldn't he? What has happened? What is my life? I'm in a limo watching Deano comb Brian Taylor's moustache.
Unbelievable. In the words of Sam Pang,
what?
I was erect.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Adam Liaw. You may have seen him cook just heaps of shit on SBS. Or read his book, Tonight's Dinner. Now there's a sequel, Tonight's Dinner 2, Return of the Dinner. Oh, that last bit's not on the book. I just added it because it sounds fun. Anyway, Tonight's Dinner 2 is out now. Here's Adam.
Welcome, Adam. Always a thrill to see you.
Great to see you all.
I am in charge of all the cooking at my house. So to see a book called Tonight's Dinner 2...
really pulled all the stops out on the name on that one.
I know. I can see that. It really is a great relief that somebody understands what can be the biggest drag of the day, but also the greatest joy.
Yeah, it kind of starts tugging on you around 3 o'clock when you get a text. It's like, what are we having for dinner tonight? It's like, I don't know, what am I going to do? So,
and then what about the disappointment? I've recently got another book, not yours, another one, and I was like, we've got to try something else. I'm going to try that potato gem thing that Brownie's looking at now.
Yeah, Brownie. Oh,
but I made a new meal last night, and 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 is pretty good. That's a positive, isn't it? But yeah,
I don't know. It's very disheartening.
But it can feel like the worst failure in the world when you put your effort into something, and it just doesn't go the way you are. And then you've got your kids looking at you with disappointed looks in their faces, and they're like Oliver Twist, and they're like, oh, I don't want any more, but I'm going to be hungry. You know?
I know. And then my middle son overcompensates by going, oh, this is great because he doesn't want me to feel bad, but I know that,
my son does that too. It's the absolute worst. It's
can we have this again?
It's quite good, Dad, you know. Sometimes it does go wrong for me too.
I put in a lot of effort with you on page 81. Potato gem shepherd's pie, because we feel like we're in the middle of winter here, so I needed a hearty meal.
Yeah.
And I saw the potato gems instead of potatoes on top. The shepherd's pie. And I thought, that is a winner.
Yeah.
Kids are going to eat that.
Yes.
So I served it up and got prepared there for a couple of hours, cooked it all up, served it up.
Good on you, Brownie, by the way.
And I said to the kids, you like this, kids? They go, yeah, but can we just take the potato gems off and put them in the air fryer and just have the potato gems? No, they've missed the point. It's not the point.
I will say that recipe has gone absolutely off. I get notifications on that on my Instagram literally every single night, people making that. Yeah. And quite often what I will do with that is, because I know the potato gems are the winner on top there. You put them on top of the pie instead of the mashed potato, which saves a heck of a lot of time.
Yeah.
I also then put a second tray of potato gems in, so there's extra potato gems for exactly that situation.
That's big.
That's big. That's not in the book, but if you're listening to this right now, do that as well.
Have I seen you since I cooked your umami bolognese?
No, I haven't. You have seen me, but you didn't say anything because we were crossing each other in the aeroplane. So
it's a
What's the umami element in it?
Everything.
Yeah.
So it's got a bit of Vegemite in there.
Vegetarian, isn't it?
Yeah, it's vegetarian.
Yeah.
It's actually vegan from that point. Shiitake mushrooms.
Porcini, ground porcini.
Yeah, ground porcini. And you can actually, if you wanted to save money on that, I just put actual dried shiitake mushrooms in a blender and blend them up into a powder, and that gives you a really good kind of...
That is a great tip.
Yeah.
I do that with stock.
Yeah.
The hot water in the dried mushrooms, amazing.
Yeah.
Adam Liaw, tonight's dinner for two is tonight's dinner 2 is out, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to, because this is our last chat.
Oh, it is too.
Yeah.
Very sad about that news, by the way.
Now, all right, a dish you're no good at. Dish you haven't been able to nail.
Oh, I used to always answer bread to that, but post lockdown, I'm actually pretty good at it.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
But yeah, I exercised my sourdough demons across lockdown like everyone else in this country. Came out of it okay, and now I'm pretty good at it, but it's still something that I do struggle with a little bit.
Okay, the four of us, we're coming to dinner tonight. What are you cooking? Your go-to?
Oh, God.
My go-to is pretty much always a simple stir-fry. Like, if I get home and it's like we haven't made any plans for dinner, I'm like, okay, knocking out two or three stir-fries.
Yeah.
And the secret to that really is making them small. Because sometimes people want to make, I'm just going to do one stir fry, and they throw all the ingredients into it, and it's a stew. Like, that's how you make a stew.
Yeah.
Just because it's a wok doesn't make it a stir fry.
I've got to ask you a question about a wok. I recently watched an Australian story with Liaw, who there was a little bit of B-reel of her cooking with her auntie and her great auntie and her mum. They had a plug-in wok.
Yeah, okay.
Which looked super hot.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on an electrical? I paused it and I was like, God damn, that's a plug-in wok.
Induction woks have come a long way. The plug-in ones, they're actually all okay. I used to be quite against them, but I've come around to them.
I feel like Poe's mum is using it.
Adam, do you mind giving that golden nugget tip about the stir fries? Because Dano's fingers were hovering over the buttons, right, ready to go after that statement, but he missed it. So can you just say it again? What's the key to the stir fries?
Less stuff in the wok, honestly. It's just if you're throwing everything into a wok and expecting it to be a stir fry, what you're actually making is a stew. So if you choose two things like chicken and broccoli, or prawns and celery, that's what a stir fry is. It'll have the ingredients. That's what makes it a stir fry. Smaller stir fries, fewer ingredients.
What? So you cook that, put it aside, and then keep going with broccoli and
Yeah, so if I've got 6 ingredients, I'll make 3 stir fries rather than one ingredient with 6 stir fries.
I know that about you.
Sorry, one stir fry with 6 ingredients, I'll make 3 with 2 ingredients.
And then would you combine them all in the end?
No, because you want them to taste different.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm just pointing out I made this man whose time is precious go back for a bell.
Big.
It was good. It was a good bell.
Oh,
that's big, guys.
What are you going for, Sam?
I thought there'd be more over there. The way he was looking at me.
Well, he wasn't going to go with a gunshot.
Hey, bolognese. I think I may have asked you before, but theory that every one of
recycling questions over there, aren't you?
No, I want this on the record because Curtis Stone had the mince is half, it's coarse and some of it's fine, and Matt Preston has a lemon rind. My theory is that everyone's got a little twist on their bolognese. What's yours?
It's just time. The secret to a good bolognese is time.
Agreed.
Like the saying is always the magic happens in the 3rd hour. So if you're cooking it for 2 hours plus, you're in good shape. Like I start the sofrito, like the base, the onion, carrot, and celery, cook that for a good 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Really get that going before you add the meat and the tomato and stuff in. And then once all that's in, stick your lid on it, forget about it for 3 hours, and you've got a great bolognese.
The magic happens in the 3rd hour is what Boris Gardner said about sex.
Correct.
Last one from me. Music that you cook to, Adam Liaw.
I don't.
Really?
I used to, but I can't anymore because it never works out right. Like there's never a connection between the music and the food. And it just stresses me out. So I actually listen to podcasts when I'm cooking.
Brownie's podcast, he's a big fan.
Do you have any idea what that is?
I'm going to be honest, no, I don't.
Good.
I'd love to listen to it, though.
Hey, coming into Christmas, Just I'm going to have a crack at Christmas this year.
Yep.
Which, Swanee would do this. She'd do this easily. But I'm an amateur when it comes to Christmas meals. If I'm doing the pork crackling, the best crackling, do you crackle it at the start or at the end of the cooking process?
I don't think it matters that much. So a lot of people do it at the start. I personally do it at the end. But I think the secret is unwrap that pork, whatever cut of pork it is, poke some holes in it, put some salt on it, put it in the fridge, 2 days, 3 days even.
Really?
Overnight at least.
It's got to be
uncovered.
completely uncovered.
Uncovered. Let the
No
skin
glad wrap.
dry out.
I know that.
Yeah.
Because it's where I've been going wrong.
Yeah.
You got to give it care.
And actually, can I
Kiss
tell
it.
you the best secret for pork crackling? If you run down to Bunnings, get yourself a heat gun, not the one battery one because they're too low power. One of the plug-in ones.
Yeah.
The heat guns that you use for like bending steel and stuff like that. Best pork crackling ever. It allows you to really direct it after, like roast it, and then if there's any bits that are still a bit leathery, hit it with the heat gun. That's what we do with all
Not a
the photo
10-year-old
shoots.
kid who's a pyromaniac. It'd be dangerous. left unattended.
You get tired of answering questions about cooking?
I love answering questions about cooking. Yeah.
We love you, man.
Yeah, we
Adam's
really do.
new book,
The book is
Tonight's Dinner 2. It's out now. You need it. Thank you for the last time.
And congratulations on your actor-nominated cook-up show, by the way.
Thank you.
Big.
Thank you.
Back next year?
Yes, back next year. We start filming again with special guest Sam Pang.
What?
I'm on.
Thanks, man.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Any excuse to get this boy genius on the mic.
Jack's got issues. You got them too. He gave them all to Sam and he'll give them to you.
This segment spawned because every now and then we'd have a chat with Jack when he was a child. Of course, now he's a grown man. It's like Pinocchio's all grown up. But
He's a real boy.
he is a real boy, and he would have these issues that I would look at them going, "That's you're living in a fantasy land." Anyway, but that's fine. We talked them through, and then you did what you want anyway. So this is he's got two issues at the moment, Brodie and Swanee. So this one here he sent to me. I know we've tackled this topic before, but a salon has reached out offering to bleach my hair. This is an issue. You believe what I just said?
It already.
Brownie, they think it, according to Jack, they think it would suit me. And given all of the change happening at the moment, it could be the time to do it. Do I bite the bullet and do it or not?
So shout out to one of my friends, Anna, who manages Salon Gabrielle in Mooney Ponds.
there
And
it
she's
is.
like,
There
we
it is.
keep talking about wanting to bleach her hair. And now that, this show's ending, I turned 26 in December, it's like a bit of a quarter life crisis.
What do we say bleach? We're talking like that. Is that
Full-
white? Or
Yeah,
the blonde?
full like white bleach. Like I will be in the chair for 4 hours. Anyway, they've got like, they get educators in at hair salons. This afternoon, today, they have an educator there at 2:30 and there is a slot for me there if I would like to go in and have it bleached.
Okay, who's weighing in first on this?
Well, we've got a Christmas party tomorrow.
Yes.
Magical music moments.
Yes.
So that fits into. I was going to say that fits into the M&M category.
Yes, Jack.
So you do it, and then you come to the Christmas party as
M&M.
Rabbit.
That's right. It's Rabbit from 8 Mile.
B-Rabbit.
Yeah,
B-Rabbit from 8 Mile. And then down the track, if you've got another dress-up party next week, you could go as Carlos the Jackal.
I know, but
go as the villain out of
Carlos
Die
the
Hard.
Jackal.
Or you can go as Jason Ackermanis.
Yes.
in his glory
And
days.
keep the beard.
Keep the
You
beard.
should go as Oliver from Madonna's Truth or Dare tour.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not across that.
What's the
That is an iconic music moment, and you
Okay.
would kill it.
How long does it last? How long
So-
does it last if you go the full bleach? Like if you go, okay, it gets bleached and you don't like it, and then how long you got to put up with it, or do you just dye it straight away?
No, like you keep it. My hair grows quite quickly, so I think it'd be like 3 or 4 weeks until I'd get it cut again. But it would obviously still be there. But the look is, it does look a little bit better a couple of weeks after with a little bit of regrowth. So
This is big.
the thing is, if I get it done,
That's important.
As
if
big
I-
as it gets.
if I get it done the Savo
As big as
and I hate it, I won't be able to go out for 2 weeks. And I've got 2 events tonight. I've
You
got
won't
2
hate it.
things tomorrow.
Question,
won't
It's
Jack.
our final week next week.
Question, do you do the eyebrows too?
Absolutely not.
No.
Okay.
No, you don't have to wait for the regrowth, mate. That's the whole bang about it, like that actual shock platinum blonde.
If you hate it, I've got a very good from Priceline spray that you could put on, and you would never know that it wasn't
What do you reckon?
real.
What are you thinking right now? I know we've
do it.
canvassed, we've kind of discussed it, but of course, ultimately, the final decision rests with you.
Well, I had my hair cut yesterday in preparation for it, should I want to do it.
It's happening.
But and I mean, like, it's free, so...
Yeah,
You know.
and it's 4 weeks. Who cares?
Bold though.
Do
It's
it.
bold. We're
You
about
can
to
do
go
it.
into the festive season, party season. You know, and you might look like an idiot.
No, but if you really
See,
do,
that's what scares me.
No, but if you really
I'm just
do
putting
hate it, if you really do hate it, you can just go back to brown.
But just remember, Jack, you might look like a common moron.
Correct, and I just picture myself walking into Hotel Sorrento on Boxing Day and everything. Look at this idiot.
Hey, look at it, B Rabbit, and then they no.
Well, mate, you could sing that with you. You could walk into the beatbox on your shoulder in the Hotel Sorrento.
All right, do you want another issue or not? Another issue? We get going.
Sure.
Do you have an answer for that yet?
It's 2:30. There's a deadline today.
Yeah.
You should do it.
I'll do it. I'll do
Go
it.
out
You've got to
there.
do it. You've got to do
How
it.
old are you?
25.
Exactly right. You're not doing that when you're 45. So just do it when you're young.
I'm doing it. I've got the 4:30 session booked for after Jack.
Oh my god,
Mate,
Hey, that'd look unbelievable.
like that real villain.
you would look, real
Bond villain, that's Bond villain. That's next level villain.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, what about this? All right, so the Nova Christmas party is this Friday, tomorrow. It's themed.
Ooh.
There's nothing I hate more than... You want this out loud? You're going...
Yeah, I don't care.
There's nothing more I hate... Sorry, there's nothing I hate more than a theme. It's iconic music moments, the theme, and I have no idea what to go as. Well, Brownie gave you a good one. If you
Yeah.
get the Bleach done, then you can go as Eminem.
I hate themes, and even our head of sales here, Wilsey, called me on Monday being like, "You coming to the Christmas party?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Oh, what's your idea? Like, what do you think you're going to go as?" And I was like, he knows that I'm not dressing up.
This is an ancient reference, but it'll mean a lot to people who saw the movie Say Anything, Christine. But if you could go as John Cusack, what's his character's name? Lloyd standing outside of Diane's place holding up a boombox, right? And this song's playing. And so he's got black pants, this beautiful, it's like a brown coat. And this is an iconic music moment, which is what the theme of the evening is. You could do that. You would have to carry a boombox.
But also,
and I'd probably have to explain to you what a boombox is.
And also, too, you'd have to explain to everyone who you are.
Yeah.
Would anyone pick that up straight away?
Also, what colour hair does he have?
He's got black. He could wear a wig.
I think you should go as Oliver Crooms, I think his name was, from Madonna's tour, and then when they play Vogue, that's your time to shine.
Okay.
It was his time to shine on the tour. And it's iconic.
What are you thinking of going at the moment? It depends on the hair.
Well, I'm just going to say I am iconic and play Spotify and be like, it's an iconic music moment.
All right. Oh my God, that's amazing. You were on air, by the way, when you said that. The other thing is too, you could go in I suppose it's a tan suit that Bradley Cooper wore in Star Is Born, and you've pissed yourself. That's another one. Don't you think that's it? Or is that? Or am I stealing your? Are you going as that, Brandon?
No, I'm not. I think it'd be great on you. How would it stay wet though, or do you draw on it?
Oil.
Yes.
Come here. Ruin the suit.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie's Throwback Thursday.
This is where we resurrect a long dead segment.
I have gotten really sucked back into my horoscopes here. Sorry, I'm back. And selfishly...
Never apologise for your presence on this show, Hollywood.
I have requested that for the last time ever, Deano brings his specialty of reading the star signs to this show.
I love it.
Ever since I went to Victoria Gardens and bought some late in the day sushi, I got food poisoning.
Yeah.
And since then, I've been able to read the stars. So if you want some guidance, take notes. You will feel great shame today when the car next to you at the lights see you hoeing into Macca's without taking a breath. Someone will use the internet on your phone and see the last thing you searched was exotic pornography. This weekend you tell yourself you're not gonna vape. But after half a glass of white wine at Friday after work drinks, look deep into the stars. This one constellation looks kinda like the cash cow, satisfying a surprised Barney the dinosaur. A co-worker you don't like will sit next to you at the already depressing food court. You'll make an unlikely connection with a scam phone caller The next day, you'll conceive a child with them in a park.
Leo.
Do not leave the house. Jesus. Calf implants.
Sagittarius.
You'll get drunk at work today and photocopy your genitals. Auntie Gail is visiting for dinner. On the top of her list of discussion topics, here's a shock at Stan Andrews.
Aries.
Catastrophic light aircraft failure. An old Facebook post will reveal what you always knew deep down inside. That you're a big, basic bitch.
I hope that helps.
It did.
Wow, Deano.
It absolutely did.
That's
Great. Staff planes today.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Here's a shock. Dean Lewis has the flats again. Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Our best of 2016. The cheat sheet at the end of the year.
What happened to that guy? Something's happened. Yeah. Imagine Dean Lewis in therapy. Jesus.
You'd have to refer him on to another therapist.
Did make a point that I thought the childish Deano could be improved if season 2 was the story of Dean Lewis as a child. What happened to him as a child? Mate.
Poor Dean.
Walk it off.
He backed in the boat in its last start.
Mate. Hey, you want to
flats up ever since.
You want a sense of the day?
Yes, please.
How about some tropical stuff?
Wow.
Yeah.
pretty good.
It wasn't bad.
No.
What date is it, John?
24th of November.
Ah, you didn't know. You didn't know, mate.
I knew that because tomorrow is Leo's birthday. 14. Can you believe it?
Whoa.
25th.
It says here Wednesday, the November the 23rd on our run sheet.
It's Thursday.
Turn up to work.
Is it Thursday?
True.
I was watching yesterday saying
Over.
I did not make any
Over's
sense.
all right. AFL, what about this one? What do you know, the election this Saturday?
Yeah.
State election.
Get out to the polls Saturday morning. Get out and get your sausage.
Oh, get your, what is it?
Democracy sausage.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a whiff of it. Could be a bit tighter than it has been previously.
Oh, really?
There's a little bit of 1999 about the whole thing.
Laurie Oakes about you, the way you're going.
I'm about as big as Laurie. Yeah, so that's Saturday. Just keep an eye on that one. AFL CEO Gillan McLachlan confirms he will depart the role following round 5. The 5A. 5A. Of the 2023 season. Why then, John? Do you know anything about this? I know you don't talk about football after the grand final. You don't know about anything about trade week. You knew nothing about your former premiership teammate Brad Scott getting the job at Essendon. You know nothing.
Nothing.
But why? I thought he was leaving. Like, you know, there was a whole big farewell. He was at functions dancing with Delta, or he was singing with Delta. He was doing all these things. Right. He's still there. He's still there next year.
Well, the commission wants him to stay. They want him to stay for eternity, really, because he's been so good at the job. But that is the magic round in Adelaide. Where all
magic
the games
round, all right.
It
would be magic if he ever leaves that job after announcing he was going.
That might be his swan song over there. He's an Adelaide boy or a South Australian boy, and also too, Sam staying the length to that time will allow him to help manage the racism investigation that's currently ongoing that the AFL is running about the Hawthorn Football Club.
Whoever replaces Gill will look like a big dork.
Yeah.
Because he's cool as hell.
Speaking of which, do you have any intel for our beautiful listeners on the short list for who's replacing Gill, or you have no idea at all?
I think it'll be Andrew Dillon. He's too IC.
Dork.
They usually come from internally. They don't like to... the AFL doesn't like, people know where the skeletons are buried.
Fair enough.
They usually come from internal.
That could be an episode of Dean Lewis's Childish Dinner season 2. What about Paul Gallen, Swanee, who is a rugby league player, but I've enjoyed his career in boxing, right? Because he's pulled off a massive win in his final fight as a boxer, and apparently this is it. He defeated Justin Hodges in a unanimous decision. That doesn't really matter. I just wanted to bring him up.
Former rugby league player as well.
Yeah.
Right. I only mentioned
Is he a radio guy too? Or is that a different guy?
He may have been. He did a bit of radio.
The only thing I'd say is, let's never forget that during this year, Paul Gallen, I'm going to say this right now, I think he's the greatest boxer in the history of the sport.
Yeah.
What?
Big statement.
Oh, hold on. There was one fight this year where he fought 2 times in one night. He fought 2 fights in one night and won them both. Muhammad Ali never did that.
No, that's true.
So
you make a good point.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Who did he fight? A taxi driver and some bum.
Oh, you're pretty tough now, mate. He's not here, is he?
Yeah, I am.
It's so funny.
I don't know how to say this. Is it Balenciaga?
Yeah, man.
Balenciaga, you can say.
Balenciaga. They're a part of the fashion world.
Fashion hippies.
One of the great labels. What?
Are they clothing?
Cargo pants. They were the first.
Funny pants.
Bum bags.
Yeah, they were there.
Balenciaga were the first to put pockets on shorts on the side.
On the side. And they have they've had to issue an apology for a new campaign, Swanee, that showed two young girls posing with teddy bears. That's fun. The problem was the teddy bears appeared to be wearing BDSM-style harnesses.
Okay. How young were the girls?
Too young.
Okay. Creepy. That was a creepy setup.
We sincerely apologise for any offence. Our plush bear bags should not have featured children in this campaign. We have immediately removed the campaign from all platforms. So there you go. That's
Whose idea was that?
I don't know, but I don't think they work there anymore, Brownie. That's all I'll say.
How does it get through the layers of management?
It's Dean Lewis's.
Dean Lewis did it.
Dean Lewis has just got wrong ideas.
Yeah.
Menace.
A menace.
Here, episode 2, season 2 of the Childish Deano, the story of Dean Lewis, involves sadism and masochism. Well done. Hey, good stuff. The other thing I would mention is that, yes, I don't think that whoever in charge of that campaign, I don't think their little swipey thing worked next day.
Next day.
I don't think they got in the building.
No.
Finally, anytime there's any references to the iconic, beautiful movie Titanic, which I've seen 4 times. Wow, what is that?
Who is that?
Rose hog the bit of wood.
Who's singing this though?
I think it's
Do we even know? Steve, it's definitely Ding Dong.
That's Dennis Walter.
Can Kate Winslet sing?
It's evocative, isn't it?
It's a big build-up, by the way.
Reminder, Billy Zane is a dog.
James Cameron says that Leonardo DiCaprio was so negative on the set of Titanic
Was he?
during an interview with GQ. Hey, the GQ awards were last night.
They were.
Nazim Hussain hosted, and he's on the show tomorrow, so I look forward to hearing that. Cameron has revealed that DiCaprio was almost not cast in his famous role as Jack in the classic romantic drama because he refused to read lines with Kate Winslet, and he was a little bit negative. He came in, and every ounce of his entire being was just so negative, right up until I said action, and then he turned into Jack. Jesus.
And also, they sort of fell in love, platonic love on the set, Kate and Leo, and they've been best friends ever since.
Plutonic love doesn't exist.
It does.
No.
What do you
That's
mean?
official.
It's a myth.
Exactly. Remember what Christian Bale said about roles and in Hollywood?
No.
He said everyone who gets a role, Leonardo DiCaprio has been offered it and refused it. That's the only reason these roles are around. As in, that's even Christian Bale saying all my roles they've been offered to DiCaprio, and he said no, and that's why it's available. Because that's for Christian Bale.
Yeah. People say that about you with the Australian television.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram. Tom Mitchell, a 2-time All-Australian 2018 Brownlow medalist and has just started with Collingwood for the 2023 season. And being the legend footballer that he is, of course he's here to talk about horse racing. Right. Okay, the Herald Sun Zipping Classic is returning to Caulfield this Saturday. Get your tickets at mrc.racing.com. Here's Mitchell.
I thought the racing was over for the year, but how wrong I was, Tom.
Yes, there's one more big race day event at Caulfield, the Herald Sun Zipping Classic this Saturday.
Good
so,
boy.
are you guys coming down?
I might be a bit hungover from the Christmas party, I reckon. Zipping Classic traditionally at Sandown.
That's right. It's traditionally at Sandown, which I've said to you before, Swanee. I've described it as the, after the big carnival, and here it's about 3 a.m. in a nightclub, and it's still there.
Yes.
Fun's still a
It's the
possibility.
get-out stakes.
It's at Caulfield this year, which is great.
Fun,
I'm
absolutely.
assuming you'll be there, Tom.
I'll be there, yeah. It's, I guess I think it's the last race at Caulfield before they shut down the course for maybe 6 to 12 months. So,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
Mate,
to
it'll be
down there.
good. Caulfield's a fun track. Caulfield's a party atmosphere there, Christine Swan. So it'll be good to get out there. Now, how are you going at the Pies?
Yeah, it's been good,
Brownie.
Brownie.
Over in the off-season from the Hawks to the Pies.
Yeah, I was actually in America when the trade went through, and I was with a couple of good mates. And
did you know about it?
I had an idea, but I was still got a bit nervous because it got to the last 3 minutes, and I was like, oh no, I've told all my family and friends that it's going to happen, and I got really touch and go there, but I was glad that it went through. And yeah, I've been into the club training with a lot of the guys the last few weeks, but we don't officially start for another week or so. But it's been good to get to know everyone.
How old are you, young man?
29. Is 29 young or old now in footy terms?
Still young.
You're young.
Still young.
That's a pretty big. So for those because Brownie doesn't think about football once the grand final's finished. He's off the books apparently.
Mate, I'm thinking
Off
about the
clock.
Zipping Classic.
I know, but I'm just saying this is a pretty big.
Or your golf game.
Yes.
A pretty big addition from Collingwood to pick up a 29-year-old Brownlow medalist, John.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Sam.
So what happened? What happened? Why'd you fall out at Hawthorn? What happened?
Yeah, I guess Hawthorn are heading in a different direction. I think
they don't want good players anymore.
I think it's clear to see, that they're planning for the future and they've got a plan in place. And it wasn't just myself, but a number of the senior guys have moved on to different clubs. And yeah, I feel like I'm in a very fortunate position to go to a club like Collingwood, who's we all saw what they did last year. So I feel pretty excited about what's possible in the years to come.
Good club to go to. A fairy tale run. Yes, Jack Gunston moved to Brisbane. Jaeger O'Meara. How is it? Is it Jaeger?
Jaeger. He doesn't like being called Jaeger.
He's got a Freo.
Trade week's over, mate. What are you doing? Just listening.
Who else left?
No,
Let's continue
hey, Tom,
on.
when you join
they've cleaned house because they go on the youth policy, Hawthorn. So Collingwood's good luck that they got Tom.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Tom, when
Sure.
Sure, John.
Yeah, whatever, mate.
when you join a new team, is it hard to not try and get too familiar with everyone early? Like, they'll have in-jokes happening already.
Yes.
That's a bad question.
What?
That's a good question. I like it.
It's a fair one, I reckon.
Yeah.
So this is my third.
You've got to know your place.
It's my third club now, so you got to feel your way around. It's funny. Like there's different sorts of banter at different footy clubs, and you just got to find your way. So you might throw in your 2 cents every now and then, but you're not sure if it's going to hit or miss. So you got to be
just feeling him out.
Yeah, feel it out.
Have you met Craig McRae yet, the coach?
Yeah, well, Fly was actually at Hawthorn for 1 year before he was at Collingwood. So
You are killing us. Stop talking.
I shouldn't have thrown you under the bus there.
Jesus, mate. You're unbelievable.
Do you have any friends
I've
there
got a head
already?
knocks, Tom, okay?
Yeah.
Take it easy on me.
Like when you started a new high school and someone from primary school is there and you're like, hi, do you have any friends existing in the new...
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I do.
Fair question.
Thank you.
Another great question. Taylor Adams is one. We were in the same draft year.
Yeah.
Darcy Moore, he was a Carey boy. Nick Dacos went to Carey. So there's a few little connections here and
Right.
there. So it always makes the transition to a new school easier.
Hey, you been in the gym, brother?
A little bit.
Okay, interesting.
Why is that?
Wow, that's...
Oh, yeah. Now it's time for How Much Do You Bench Press with Jonathan Brown.
Have you answered this question before? Bench press question?
Yeah, I feel like it gets asked a little bit.
I can't believe we
But
didn't
have
ask.
we asked you?
Haven't asked me, no.
Can't believe we didn't ask Adam Liaw earlier. What was
What's
it just
wrong
for the
with us?
sportsman?
This is better than a fair question. This is a great question because you'd be solid in the gym, mate. How much do you bench?
Well, I actually don't do bench press because I've got one shoulder that's doesn't like it too much. But
wow,
I'll deflect it a little bit. Dan McStay, who is new to the Collingwood Footy Club as
played
well,
for Brisbane.
we went and did a gym session and he benches 140. So
140.
How bad? If we went down and tallied up the questions, right, which were good and which were fair and which were bad, the idea that you would ask, like, how much do you bench press? And the answer is, I don't do bench press. Like, mate, we have had a shocker.
Well, in fairness,
we've had a shocker.
In fairness to me, Deano was the one that led the question.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure did.
Hey, Tom, where's your Brownlow right now?
right now, it's in a drawer at home.
Should be wearing it. Should be wearing it, mate.
I had the interview with Shaquille go.
Well, yes.
Shaquille O'Neal, because me and Sam did the interview, and then you and Patrick Cripps and Lockie Neal, who are business partners in Ball Magnets, you had to go and interview the great man.
Yeah, well, we saw yourself out in the foyer first, so we thought Brownie and Shaquille pretty similar levels, so we interviewed Brownie first. Then we went in and interviewed
Have you paid me
Shaq.
for that yet? I'm still
It's coming, yeah, it's coming. And then we interviewed Shaq. It was pretty unbelievable. Like, he was such a genuine guy and made you feel comfortable. And, Yeah, we saw him, or you were talking about what he had for lunch before. They had 4 steaks and 2 chicken burritos. So he was, he
What
was
did you
he can
ask?
eat.
What did you ask him, Tom?
I asked him a lot of
How much
things.
do you bench?
Yeah, he'd probably be in the 200s.
He is.
He was sort of taking the mickey out of Cripper, Lockie and I because we all hadn't won a premiership yet. He's like, well, you blokes are running this business and, you think you're pretty good, but where's your premiership? And we're like, fair enough, Shaq.
That's a good point.
He's a big man. Big man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm out of good questions.
What's Ball Magnets?
Ball Magnets, it's a free training app for kids where you can train with your favourite athletes. So we've got AFL with myself, Lockie, Cripper and Aaron Phillips, and now we've just gone into basketball with Josh Giddy's joined the company. So
Swanee, basketball, you know Josh Giddy. What NBA team does Josh Giddy play for, Swanee?
It's too easy. I'm not even going to bother.
That's great.
Hey, big names involved though. So 3 Brownlow medalists and the equivalent of a Brownlow medalist in the AFLW, Aaron Phillips.
Yeah, she's on too.
It's a great app. I know we're not here promoting that. You're promoting the racing for the Zipping Classic, but it's a great app.
The Herald
Sun
Zipping Classic is returning to Caulfield this Saturday. Get your tickets at mrc.racing.com. Good luck at Collingwood, man.
No, thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Hey, it's the end of the show. What has it been?
End of the show. Look back. What it was, what it is, what we did, what we didn't. 7 years of getting out of bed with the alarm ringing at your head. Now let's get ready for the future. Goodbye. Let's go through the show. 7 years of Brownie, 7 years of Chrissie, 7 years of Pang. That's all 3 cheek time celebrate. Let's say goodbye.
Let's take a look back on the shit we did together with the cheat sheet of the year.
Hey, Mount, what year are we looking at?
Let's look back on 2016.
Hi, I'm Tim Mountford, a.k.a. Mount, a.k.a. the guy who does the voices on the cheat sheets, openers, bumpers, and many other things. I've done about 280 of these montages for each week of the year of the 7 years we've been on air. And now it's time for the big kahunas. 1 year each day. Right, are we ready? Cool, let's go. Oh, hang on. Just make a quick coffee before I start, Bit tired after 7 years. Right, okay, let's go. The show was supposed to kick off on the 12th of January 2016. However, not be the case. Over that summer after meeting each other, we all became best friends. And we thought, stuff that, let's go on the Friday. We're all here, we're all ready. So we did a pop-up show on the 9th of January, and it sounded like this.
The countdown is on to Nova's new breakfast show. Chrissie, Swan, Sam Pang and Jonathan Brown are on air in just 3 days' time, only on Nova 100.
Actually, Matt, it's Sam Pang here. I'm here in the studio with Chrissie and Brownie, and I know we said we were starting Monday, but we're all here now, so let's just start now.
Let's go!
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, made for Melbourne.
Nova.
Good morning, Melbourne. Here we are. Sam Pang, greetings.
Morning, Chrissie. Morning, Brownie. And morning, Melbourne.
How are you guys?
Jonathan Brown, star of the AFL. How does this compare to running onto the field?
Oh, it's bigger. It's bigger. Except for where we beat Collingwood, though.
Right after our official first show on Monday, the 12th of January, Brownie and Sam went on to their first adventure. That being going to a hotel and interviewing Kurt Russell and Samuel L. Jackson. And that's where we had the most infamous question this show's ever had.
Those monologues, they're amazing. How the hell do you remember those lines in one go?
Not that hard. I get paid every Friday. That's what I get paid to do.
We were all getting to know each other, and the show, well, it started off a little aggressive.
Okay, so this is the best story of the year. I'm going to say it again.
It's February the 3rd.
Yeah, okay. The year hasn't been around a long time.
It's a big call.
So far.
I'll better be in stitches in about 2 minutes when you finish your story.
In February 2016, we were talking about Lou Richards. He was still alive at that point. Obviously, he's no longer alive, but I guarantee you he would find this bit still funny.
G'day to Lou Richards, who's still alive.
Wow. Just in case Lou didn't know, you're still alive.
You know you're old. You know you're old whenever someone mentions your name and then afterwards says he's still
alive. Still alive, Brownie.
He's 96.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, that joke there went on to inspire this segment. Speaking of segments, being the first year of this show, we wanted to get to know Jonathan Brown. So, this was born.
Ask Brownie.
What do you got for me today, mate?
Why does quicksand work slowly?
The only answer I can give to you is for theatrical reasons.
If you were Australia's next up-and-coming rap artist, what would be your rap name?
Well, there's Snoop Dogg, so that's taken.
Otherwise, Snoop Dogg was going to be the one. If that wasn't taken,
I was going to go for Snoop Dogg. I'm going to need some help with this.
What about MC No Neck? No?
In March of 2016, we met the Cookie Monster.
We've ever had. Hi, Cookie.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Oh my God, I'm going to cry. Cookie Monster's my favourite.
Oh,
Thank you.
Did you hear that, Brownie? Chrissy's going to cry.
Cookie Monster's my favourite. I can't believe
Oh no, Missy tears.
You know what? I'm so excited.
You look like you need a hug.
During the first year of the show, we discovered that the boys just love Rocky. And Brownie can't do an accent.
I feel like saying I will break you, like Ivan Drago said to Rocky in Rocky 4. That's what we're going to do.
I love it when you do accents.
Another Rocky
That's
reference.
You weren't happy with that?
Ivan Drago, who spent a lot of time in the Philippines, according to that. According to that accent.
There's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home.
So in 2016, we learned Brownie can't do accents. We also learned that he can't say the word off.
What the trees do is they close off.
Do you spell off O-R-F?
Off.
So the leaves fall off. You know there's two F's in there, don't you? And no R.
Music. Everyone loves it. Apart from weirdos. And of course, over the years, Chrissie, Sam and Brownie have shared their love of different music. Like in 2016 when Sam and Chrissie shared their love for Johnny Gill.
There was a little-known artist called Johnny Gill.
Oh! Is it the floor?
Oh, it's the floor, Swanee. Have a listen to this.
What about when he goes, like a kid in a candy store. All I need is more.
Grab me a lollipop at the door.
If you're just joining us, this is the recap of the very first year we were on air in 2016. If you're just joining us for the first time ever, little bit late. In October, Chrissie and Brownie had a chat to Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. And Chrissie, well, they always say you should never meet your heroes.
If I start this song, could you finish it for me?
Yeah.
Yo, man, there's a lot of brothers out there flaking and perpetrating, but scared to kick reality.
Yo, man, we got a lot of,
No, that's right. You're doing all this dope producing.
Oh, yeah.
You got a chance to show them what time it is.
You forgot your own song.
Her most memorable moment
that she really connected to. Just all I need is just to hear you say this, and Q goes,
Prior to this show, you would have heard the lovely Dean Thomas from the hours of 9 a.m. till whenever. I can't remember. It was 7 years ago. However, on this show, he could do things like hanging with Pete Smith.
Phone horseplay, where we called a local shop near me just for a bit of fun.
God.
We're phoning in Dino's favourite shop.
Hello, Pens on Main.
Do you still have that sale on?
Do you still have that sale on?
Yep, we've got 15% off all our floor stock.
Oh, yeah? What about that other sale?
What about that other sale?
Which sale's that?
Get him, Pete. Get him.
The sale of the century.
In 2016, we hired a 19-year-old producer named Jack Charles. And Sam thought it would be a good idea to make him interview people, like Adriano Zumbo. Or as Jack called him,
Adriano Zumbo.
Anyway, he decided to ask him about one of his famous desserts.
They told me about the Crockenbush Tower. The
Crockenbush.
Yeah. Crockenbush Tower. So how long does that take you to make, like, when you're making one?
Because we've started from start to finish, maybe 4 to 5 hours.
Oh, far out.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Chrissie had a question for Sam.
How do I get my kids to bed in under 45 minutes?
Play him our podcast. Okay.
And to finish off this look back on the very first year we were on air, 2016, we've got this amazing grab to play.
And I play them for you now.
Now, we don't have the chippy grab.
Now, by the way, I'll admit this right now, after 7 years, that was actually my fault because I never gave Deano the grabs. Stay tuned tomorrow for 2017. I'll see you then. Have a great day. Bye!
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, unless it's a weekend.
Nova 100.